Greetings, kings and queens. Again, it's Caroline Namugabi. Last week, we talked about being an asset for your culture and cultural capital, being an asset. Now, after you've become an asset and a cultural capital, how do you represent yourself? Self-representation. So I did say to you that I'll come back this week to tell you about self-representation. Once I'm a brand, and I know I'm a brand for my culture, how do I represent myself? Which means, because I am now a brand, I'm representing my culture. So which means I have responsibility to behave a certain way. I have a responsibility to act a certain way when I go into certain environment. If I'm a business person, I have a responsibility to assess the business environment in that area where I want to do the business. And I have a responsibility to assess the morals in regards to my assets as me that I'm bringing to a table as a brand. How do I represent all those attributes out there in the world as an African, right? If you're a musician, I'm sure you know about branding, how you brand your music and how you sing there into the world. Your voice is a weapon. So how do you represent your brand? Self-representation. Another thing I didn't tell you, I'm also a brand consultant and a business consultant. So those of you that want to reach me and get my advice, my information is going to go across the screen and you'll be able to get to me. But then again, as I said, for me as Caroline Namugabi, how I represent myself matters. For my cultural representation, my brand representation, the business environment that I want to put myself into on the social media, digital environment now as well also matters. So for me as Caroline, how I represent myself, my dressing first of all has to come paramore. My voice has to come paramore, right? My morals then has to come paramore, and my values. And so also my respect for others has to come paramount. So self-representation is also part of your branding, and it's also part of your cultural capital, and it's also part of your life as an African. So I will see you next week. Once again, meet me here to be able to inspire and discuss, because we are having a discussion with you. Thank you so much. See you next week.